Welcome to the Nightly Rant
with
your hosts, Mike
and Torya.
This is the show where we examine society from a sarcastic point of view.
If you like insane conversations, this is definitely the show for you.
Let's get into today's topic. YPN people, I don't know about you, but I love helping out a friend. That's why I want to shout out my friend Brian Little and his podcast, Your Favorite Blockhead. This is the only show that manages to weave together peanuts and MMA into one heck of an amazing podcast. You can find Your Favorite Blockhead wherever your favorite podcasts reside and at yourfavoriteblockhead.com. Do me a huge favor and listen to Brian's show. You'll be entertained and you'll help out a friend. Now, as I said, let's get into today's topic.
I have to rant about something.
Well, what's the problem?
So, you know how all the Democrats were blaming the food prices and things on there not being enough drivers because not being enough drivers for the long haul trucks. Do you remember when that was a big thing? And they were talking it and it was all over the news and CNN was, there's not enough drivers to drive these trucks to deliver your groceries.
Right, I remember that.
And the lines were enormous. So then
Yes.
California goes and they apply AB5, the fuckery of all fuckeries, to truck
yes.
drivers.
I
And
read
now,
about this issue just recently.
truck drivers are saying, you know what? This shit's not worth my time. I'm going to go find a new career. So what have they done? They have effectively created a more aggressive shortage of something that those dumbass motherfuckers decided was a problem before. So they just made a shortage worse because they're so stupid. Literally head up ass syndrome.
That's like that's a typical government response to something, though. It's so typical of any government to respond in a way that like benefits them, and they try to do it under the guise of we're doing it for the people. But who people getting any money back? Any of that? No, it's going in the politicians' pockets. That's why they go in worth $100,000 and they leave being worth $40 to $50 million.
Right. And we won't even talk about the insider trading.
Yeah.
But do you remember at the beginning of the pandemic when the government really started to enforce AB5 and they were really dicking with some freelancers and like contract paralegals and things like that?
Yeah.
They were really dicking with them. So the last time they decided to dick with people, right at the beginning of a pandemic where everybody was losing their jobs. The second time they want to dick with people is when the entire country is on the brink of being 1930 again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not very well thought out. How about we just put it that way? That's a nice way to put it.
And this is why Gavin Newsom should never be the president of this country.
His bumper sticker is going to be, let me do for the country what I did for California.
Yeah. Fuck them in the ass dry. With a cactus.
But here's the funny part about that.
A cactus!
But we both chuckle and kind of recoil at the idea of that bumper sticker. But the funny part is, he and his team would think, at first at least, that was a great idea to put out a bumper sticker like that. You know?
Right.
And then we'd see the bumper sticker, and then we'd be rolling on the floor with laughter like that cartoon character where the feet are kicking up in the air like a baby, and your hands are going too. That's what we would look like, both of us. We'd be laying on the ground just roaring with laughter because we knew that's what was going to happen.
I was reading that news article earlier today, and you told me about it like yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah.
And then I was sitting there scrolling through Facebook, and I see an interview with some dude who's like, this just isn't worth my time anymore. And like a picture of a truck that says, I'm an owner-operator, not an employee. Like poster board size on the back of the cab of his truck. And I'm like, so you're fucking them with a cactus. You're destroying their livelihood. And then you're fucking the rest of Californians by making their food harder to deliver.
Well, and that's
Yeah.
the owner operator
Suck a
thing.
dick,
As you said
California.
it kind of made my brain run down a rabbit hole. And bear with me for 1 second. What? How are you ever supposed to start a business if, as a single person, you're a consultant, therefore you're an independent contractor, therefore you're illegal? How can you ever get an actual business started where you're the boss who's going to hire other people who are like you used to be, and they're going to be employees of yours? But you got to get there first.
But they don't want you to do that.
And they don't want you to get there. No.
Mm.
They talk a big game about how, democracy is under attack, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And it really is under attack. It's just not from as obvious a place as you would, think. That's the problem.
Let me get this straight. Democracy is under attack from the Democrats?
Did I say that?
I did.
But did I say it?
No, of course not.
Just making sure we clarify. It's because somehow, some way, I always get blamed for whatever crap comes because of something that you've said. I get blamed for it, and it's something I said, I get blamed for it. Well, if I said it, I deserve to be blamed for it. But if you said it, you should be blamed for it. And, quite honestly, nobody should be blamed for anything, because you should get to say what you want to say, and I should get to say what I want to say. Nothing that we said was racist, sexist, whatever. It's just someone disagrees. That's fine. You can disagree. It's okay to disagree. Hint, hint, hint.
You want to know how I feel right now?
You feel elated.
When we went to the libertarian thing in Concord, what the fuck was that?
Oh, the convention, the state convention.
That shit. We went there. And we went up to that party room, and everybody was so, I don't know, they were just new. They were so new to my existence that I was super uncomfortable. And the only people I knew there were you and people I don't like. Anyway. Then.
Yeah, people can't see me, but I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about what she's saying. And so far, I can't correct a single centimeter of what she said, because this is exactly what happened. And I want to preface something again. Please don't say, "Oh, there's Mike being, sexist, blah blah blah." No, dude, I didn't notice this. What she's going to tell you either. I didn't notice it either.
This
or
guy,
I would have spoken up.
This guy, he walks away because he's supposed to be networking. Okay, that's fine. And I was like, I'm going to pick this corner over here where nobody's going to bother me. And then all of a sudden, a herd of super weird people decided they wanted to talk to me. And I was trapped in this corner. And a man wearing a rubber boot on his flippin' head saved me from the corner. And he was so damn nice.
He rescued her. He recognized from a distance that she was uncomfortable. And I'm going to tell you why. It's just the crazy part. He probably relates. I think, and it's weird. You wouldn't think that a person who doesn't want the attention on them would wear a boot on their head. But that's kind of his thing that he does to break the spell.
He's a spectacularly kind human being.
Yeah.
Firm and supreme. For anybody who wants to look him up, because he's run for president a bunch of times. So
yeah, you'll find him.
Yeah, he's an exceptionally kind individual.
Yes.
And I really like him, even though I don't agree with some of the things that he says.
Well, he even, to prove what she's saying,
by the way.
but to prove what she's saying about how kind he was, is even the next day
he remembered.
And he
liquored.
And he was really wasted the day before, and he remembered and he talked to us about it.
Right.
And we thanked him for helping out, and he's like, "Oh, I could just tell that she wasn't comfortable, and I wanted to get her out of there." I mean, that's the thing. He didn't really think much about his own situation. He just thought about your situation. Right. And that's huge to me.
That man would make a better president than Donald Trump, Joe Biden, or flippin' Gavin Newsom ever would.
Yeah.
Because none of them have any kindness or any decency in their body. Not a shred.
Yeah.
So I am pro Vermin Supreme 2024. This is Torya's official endorsement of a candidate for president. If he runs again.
Someone's going to say that his main platform is he'll give horses to everyone.
Ponies, yes.
Ponies. Well, and how ridiculous it is. How can you make that promise? Well, that's why he makes the promise.
Well, I'm sure he'll keep that promise as well as any other politician that runs for office.
That's why he makes the promise. He's trying to show you that that's just as realistic as what Biden says he's going to do. It's just as realistic.
Joe Biden got elected on the premise that he was going to eliminate COVID.
Yeah.
I heard yesterday about another variant. Try me again, Joe Biden.
And
bring on my pony.
And Fauci is back saying we should be wearing masks again.
Vermin Supreme 2024. Torya's official endorsement. He can pick whatever party he wants. He can say whatever the fuck he wants about ponies. I am in for the vermin.
I need to take a deeper look at the vermin, man. I have to. Just take a deeper look because I can't say yes with you on that.
You don't have to.
I don't know the vermin man, so it is.
I follow him on Facebook. He's still selling his glitter ties, and half the funny memes that I send to you are from his page.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a stand-up, solid dude.
And you know what?
And like you said, kind.
People spend too much time looking at how they dress and how they publicly speak and how they have governmented for the last 57,826 years instead of looking at what kind of human being they are. They define morality by their stance on abortion and their Sunday activities rather than defining morality by the true grit of that person. So, my vote in 2024 is for true grit. Really.
Well, okay, and that's rad. That's rad.
Yeah.
But I have some things that I want to look at first, but the thing I will say to you is, and I completely agree with you, is people try to vote on how someone looks
and the public appearance that they try to put out there.
Right, and that's the thing is you need to get to know the person that's under all of that crap.
Right.
And you need to pay attention to their policy statements.
Right.
The policy statements are what's important. And to make a promise that they're going to give a pony to everyone and have everyone laugh at it, well, why don't you laugh at it when Biden said he was going to crush the virus? You didn't laugh at that.
Do you know a pony would cost less than your stimulus checks?
Yeah. That's the thing. How did they not laugh at Biden saying that? But they're going to laugh at him for saying that.
Now, are the ponies only for, voting citizens? Or are the ponies for, every adult? Or are the ponies literally for everyone? Do you have any idea?
From what I can remember, they're...
If you don't remember, it's okay.
I don't remember. There was an age cutoff, and I'm going to guess it was 18.
So, at the worst, even if children were included, it'd be 330 million ponies.
All right.
Now, the greenhouse gases would be unreal. But...
oh, shoot. I hadn't thought of that.
But you could ride them. That would be cool. You know what? A greener form of energy you'd never find. Yeah. Horse shit makes fucking great, burning for winter in places where it gets cold. It smells, but it heats and it burns a long time. So, ponies will save the environment. I'm just making his platform stronger, man.
Interesting. That's interesting. No, but it is. But see, that's the thing. What I started saying to you, that then you came at me with this, I have a rant.
Well, yeah.
Is that
I kind of attacked you.
I can kind of see how marketing becomes this hocus pocus.
It is.
Because literally what they do is they go, over a period of time, they go, hey, Torya, what do you think about this situation? And then you answer, hey, Torya, what do you think about this situation? And you answer, et cetera, over and over.
You literally take the shit of 330 million ponies and spin it in your favor.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there you go. And then you're like stuck with this data rating because of the data they've gotten off of you. That's all. That's part of the problem.
Yep.
So
The shit of 330 million ponies. That's about how much Gavin Newsom is worth, isn't he? That man, that pompous piece of garbage. No, this is a Gavin Newsom rant. This isn't even about just the truckers. He's a pompous piece of garbage. We can't send our government officials to the state of Montana because they don't currently allow legal abortions. But I'm going to go there with my kids on vacation. What a loser. I can't. He's a loser.
I'm sorry that I'm laughing, but
It's because I'm right.
it's because you're right.
And let's take a look back a tickle, shall we? Back a teeny tiny little tickle to during the pandemic when all of Northern California's wineries had to close except Gavin Newsom
Except his,
and his friend.
Yeah.
It was so bad, Yelp had to take review permissions away from his Yelp page because people were bombarding it with "what the fuck, man." Anyway, Gavin Newsom is a literal can of trash. A literal can of the hottest, steamiest,
Just
Vegas
one can?
sun-baked,
Just one can?
black plastic mound of dog shit coated trash. That's what he is. Ask me how I really feel. People! Are you tired yet? Are you?
No, I'm not tired.
Bring on the rebuttal!
I don't have a rebuttal because I actually agree with you on this topic.
That was one of my most miraculous insults in a long time. And I can't even remember what I said now.
I guess you'll have to listen back to the episode like everyone else.
I guess.
Well,
You got nothing else?
that's it from me, baby.
Are you just blindly agreeing with me like I do when you rant about idiots?
No, but I didn't know you just blindly agree. It makes
Well,
me
no,
sad,
I
man.
didn't. No. Hold on. Let's take that back a tickle too. I didn't mean blindly. I mean I 100% agree with every single word you're saying, and all I can say is, "Yep." That's what I mean. It's not that I'm agreeing with you because you're Mike. I'm agreeing with you because I agree with you.
Yeah.
Now he's being weird.
No, I like it. I like how you put that.
Yeah.
It's not like you're just agreeing with me, like, yup.
But that's what you end up saying because what the fuck else are you supposed to say when you just agree with somebody wholeheartedly? Yep.
Well, honestly, you're not
And
wrong.
a giggle over here.
You know what's funny? You're not wrong because there's really only, in my opinion, there's really only one other approach, and that's say nothing.
Right.
And if you say nothing, people freak out because then it's left to their own imagination. And if they think the thing went well, the meeting went well, then they'll think one way. And if they think it didn't go well, they'll think it went another way.
Exactly. So you just have to agree with them, and it always comes off like you're either dumb or you just don't give a shit what they have to say. That's not what it is. You're just on the same page. Why are we still talking about this? I agree with you. And I think on that note, where I literally just told myself to shut the fuck up. Good night, everyone.
Hasta bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Nightly Rant.
If you enjoyed the show, please give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts or Google Play.
If you didn't enjoy the show, please just ignore that previous request for a rating.
This has been a Yogi's Podcast Network production.